YouTube Card Fight King here, back again with the deck profile. Finally got my Link Jokers done. Got my last four trial decks, or my last two trial decks. In the mail. Super excited. Pretty much the same deck as a lot of people running that do have four trial decks, but I do want to give my my spin on it for how the deck is so far before we get BT12. A lot of obvious cards are going to be coming out of this deck. So yeah, but I'm gonna get on with the deck profile now. Oh, before that, I'm gonna be doing several discussion videos on Link Jokers. I'm gonna break down the clan itself. I'm gonna go through each card choice in the grade, and tell them your strengths, weaknesses, and different ways you can combo and use them. So I'm looking forward to making those videos, and I hope you can stay tuned to look forward to those videos too. So on with the deck profile. Dusttail Unicorn, 5k booster, Forerunner. His ability is when your opponent has a locked unit, counterblast one, push him in the soul, lock another unit on the field. Usually use him when you break right Infinite Zero to get the triangle lock. So you lock two front rows and the Vanguard booster. So the Vanguard will be swinging for 11 or 13 if it is a break ride that has that attack Vanguard, get 2k skill. So with that being said, yeah, he's really key to the deck. He's a promo and he's a rare in BT12. So yeah, on to the grade zeros. All right, so for grade zeros, because it's four trial decks, we're forced to play with 4 heals, 4 draws, 4 crits, and 4 stands. Nebula Lord, I think, is more of the deck where you can play around with the trigger lineup, especially stand trigger, since his limit break gives 3k for each lock to your front row, including himself for each locked unit on the field. So his stand triggers can really help in that deck, and I will be testing out stand triggers in the deck. But my trigger lineup for that deck for now is going to be 6 draw, 6 crit, and I'll explain that when the deck comes. This is just preliminary stuff. All right, grade 1. All right, so for my grade 1 lineup, 4 AK vanillas, 4 neon. If you have a Star-vader Vanguard, he gains an extra 3k, so he's the 10k attacker for the Link Joker clan. And 4 Ferinium, she's the standard 7k booster, counterblast 1, give her 1,000. And I have a Star-vader Roar Eagle. Roar Eagle is, if I have more rear guards than you, then he becomes a 10k booster. So he's so yeah, this pretty standard lineup, pretty consistent. Some good boosters, some good early game attacks. Obviously, no perfect guards because BT12 not yet. So this is what you have to play with, and practicing with no perfect guards does force you to guard smarter. So it is good practice. I'd say it is good practice for just in case you have those games where you don't see your perfect guards at all, and if you do see them, they're either damage checked or at the bottom or on your field. You play golds. So yeah, on to grade 2. All right, guys. So for the grade 2, I have 3 Star-vader Krypton. He's the basic vanilla 10k of the clan. Really good grade 2 target to ride. I have 4 12k attackers. If the deck has 12k attackers, my thing is you gotta run 4. Unless you've found a combo with other cards that may work better than him, kind of like Aquaforce's 12k attacker for now is kind of bad in certain situations. This guy, you gotta run 4. Really key. And I run 4 Mobius Breath. Now, Mobius Breath, I'm going to make a video on him because he's a card that's generally that I've seen on forums and things like that. It's highly debated whether or not you should run him in your deck, or you know, whether or not, you know, how many copies you run. For right now, I'm running 4 copies. He's a 9K vanilla on the rear guard. Generally, for most of the game, he's a 9K vanilla, so kind of like him. So they both, you know, with a 7K booster, force out a 10K shield nowadays. 10K shields. Because we're not really worrying about cross rides or anything like that. But Moby's Breath on the Vanguard Circle, when he hits, you get to lock a unit on their field. So you lock that important starter that they have if they haven't already sent it into the soul or have done something with it. Or if they rush you early, then Mobius Breath will, if he hits, you can lock one of his units that he was going to use to attack or push back and to boost. So there are a lot. So he when you ride him turn 2, that's why I'm running 4, because I want to make sure that I ride him turn 2 almost all the time. When you ride him turn 2, your opponent's going to either no guard him and take the lock. Again, unless they run a ride chain, the grade 0s in the soul, or you know you move their starter. Either they're going to take the lock, or it's going to force out a 10K shield. If you're grade locked on Mobius Breath, that's great, because you're gonna be if you hit the Vanguard, you can stop some of their front row offensive power, which is great. So he's a great target to be grade locked on, but again, he's highly debated on how many copies you should run in the deck, and if you should run him in the deck, especially with BT12 coming out. So yeah. I'm gonna make a video, generally specifically on him versus other cards in the clan later. So I'm gonna go on with the grade 3s now. All right, guys, grade 3s. So I only own 2 copies of Darkband Dragon. So I'm playing 2 Darkband Dragon. When he's on the Vanguard Circle, his limit break is you counterblast 1 Star-vader, and he gains. He gets to lock a back row unit. His Vanguard, his other auto Vanguard abilities. If I have more rear guards than my opponent, he attacks for 13K. So with an 8K booster behind him, he swings for 21, hitting that fills 15K shield numbers. Great card. For now. And I run 2 Twilight Barons. You get him in the trial deck. His limit break ability is that when he attacks a Vanguard, he gets 5,000 power to the end of the turn. That's his limit break, and his skill on the rear guard is that when he attacks a Vanguard, he gets an extra 2,000 to the bow. So he's a grade 3 12K attacker on the rear guard, and he's the power breaker on the Vanguard. It's a trial deck card. I'm not gonna say if it's bad or good. I mean, it can be good because he does hit 15. He does hit 15 by himself, and with a booster behind him, with at least a 6K booster behind him, he hits 21. So, yeah. On to the meat of it. My favorite card in the deck. Yeah, my favorite. This is probably one of my favorite cards. This is probably my favorite card in the deck. Star-vader, Infinite Zero Dragon. He is the backbone of it. Now, I do love Chaos Breaker. Get that out now. But he is the backbone of this deck. Of any good Link Joker deck, if you're thinking about playing Link Joker competitive, whatever, you need 4. No excuses. You gotta have 4. When you break ride him, you choose a front row unit and a back row unit, and you lock them. Plus your Vanguard is 10K because it's a break ride. And when he attacks a Vanguard, he gets an extra 2K, so he's a 13K hitter. He is the backbone deck. If you multi-break ride him, break ride, you're going to be locking 2 cards per turn. You're going to be saving shield, because pretty much locking, I'm going to do a video on locking too. I know I'm doing a lot of videos, but he not only helps you conserve cards in hand, but he reduces your opponent's attacking power and guarding power. So when you lock the cards, you lock a front row unit, you always go after an intercept, lock them, and then not only do you take away a 5k shield if it's an intercept, but the next turn you take away a column because they can't do anything. And like I said, he combos well with Dusttail Unicorn. And Dusttail Unicorn, you can lock another Firmer unit so that only the Vanguard is going to attack you. So he is the backbone of any Link Joker deck. There is not one Link Joker deck that runs less than him, less copies of him, maybe other than Glendios. But he is too clutch. He is the best card in the deck. Probably will still stay as the best card in the deck going into set 13. But for right now, you know, you want to ride him. You know, since we don't have Perfect Guard, so we have this. You want to keep break riding him. That's the objective. So that's going to be the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, I'm gonna have a slew of videos I'm gonna make since school got canceled tomorrow because of all the snow. I'll have a lot of time to make some videos. So stay tuned, stay posted, and it's Card Fight King, and I'm out. Peace.